I gotta be honest with you. I almost didn't make this video. Not because I don't have anything to say. I have too much. But because I'm tired. Tired of seeing the same thing over and over. Tired of watching people, good people, hard-working people, quit because they think they're the problem. You're not the problem. Let me tell you something embarrassing. 3 years ago, I was in the gym. It was a Tuesday, leg day, and I saw this guy, older than me, not even that big, squatting. Just squatting. Nothing crazy. But his form was beautiful, controlled, deep, quiet. And I remember thinking, I could never do that. Not because I wasn't strong enough, because my knees were shot. Because I had spent 2 years training like an idiot, every set to failure, every rep a war, and my body was falling apart. I was 28 years old, and I couldn't squat without pain. And that's when I realized, I didn't know anything. And everyone who was giving me advice, they didn't know anything either. So then I see this video. It's viral, millions of views, and the guy's screaming, the number one reason you're not building muscle is you're not training hard enough. Push every set to failure. If you're not dying, you're not trying. And everyone's loving it. Comments going crazy. Yeah, bro, hustle culture. No pain, no gain. And I'm sitting there thinking, are we watching the same video? Because he's not telling you about the 6 months he spent recovering from a torn pec. He's not telling you about the shoulder surgery his buddy just had. He's not telling you that he trains like that for maybe 8 weeks before a shoot and then spends the rest of the year lifting normally. He's selling you a highlight reel, and you're buying it. Look, I'm not saying he's lying. I'm saying he's not telling you the whole story. And the whole story is the only thing that's going to keep you in the gym 5 years from now. Want to know how dumb I was? Okay, so there was this one time, I was maybe 6 months into this train to failure every day phase. And I was doing deadlifts. Heavy. Too heavy. And on the last rep of my last set, my back rounded like a scared cat. And I heard it. Not a pop. A crunch. I dropped the weight. I couldn't stand up straight for 3 days. I had to sleep on the floor because my bed was too soft. And you know what the worst part was? I was too embarrassed to tell anyone. Because I had been that guy. Harder. The one telling everyone, just push harder. I couldn't admit that I was an idiot. So I just stopped going to the gym for 2 months. Lost all my progress. Got soft. Got depressed. And then had to start over from scratch. But this time with a back that was permanently cranky. That's what nobody shows you on Instagram. The quiet injuries. The lonely recoveries. The shame of realizing you were wrong. So after I finally swallowed my pride and went to a physical therapist, and then spent way too many hours reading actual research, I figured out what I should have been doing all along. And it's not complicated. That's the thing.
Number 1, and I cannot say this loud enough, stop at technical failure, not absolute failure. That means the second your form changes, you're done. That rep doesn't count. Lower the weight. I don't care if it's embarrassing. Your spine doesn't have an ego. Number 2, only go to actual failure on small, safe muscles. Bicep curls? Go nuts! Lateral raises? Destroy them! Triceps pushdowns? Have a blast! But squats, deadlifts, overhead press? Stop 2 reps early. Please, I'm begging you. Your future self will send you a fruit basket. Number 3, 1 set to failure is enough. You don't need 4, you don't need 5. Do your warm-ups, do 1 all-out set, and move on with your life. Spend that extra energy on another exercise. Or, here's a crazy idea, resting. Number 4, deload every month. That means 1 week where you lift half the weight and just move your body. No heroics, no failure, just blood flow and recovery. I know that sounds soft. I used to think it was soft too. Then I stopped getting hurt and I started actually growing. Funny how that works.
Okay, let's talk about food real quick because everyone messes this up. You cannot train hard if you're not eating enough. It's not willpower, it's biology. When you push close to failure, your muscles burn through glycogen. That's stored carbs. No carbs, no fuel. You'll feel weak, dizzy, and frustrated, and you'll think something's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong. You just didn't eat enough rice. Here's the simple version. If you weigh about 175 pounds, that's 80 kilos, eat 250 to 400 grams of carbs, rice, potatoes, oats, fruit, 130 to 175 grams of protein, meat, eggs, dairy, tofu. Sleep 7+ hours, non-negotiable. That's it. There's no magic. There's no secret supplement, just fuel and rest. And if you're sleeping less than 7 hours, stop watching this video and go to bed. Seriously. A study from 2020 proved that sleep deprivation cuts muscle growth by 20%. You're basically working out for nothing. Here's what nobody talks about. Most people don't quit because they're lazy. They quit because they're tired. Tired of trying hard and seeing nothing change. Tired of being sore and still looking the same. Tired of feeling like a failure every time they look in the mirror. I've been there. It's a dark place. And then they see these viral videos, these jacked guys screaming about intensity, and they think, maybe if I just try harder, maybe if I just suffer more, maybe then I'll finally look like them. But that's the trap. Because trying harder isn't the answer. Trying smarter is. You don't need to destroy yourself. You need to show up consistently, for months, for years, with a plan that doesn't hurt you. That's how muscle actually gets built. Not in one heroic workout, in thousands of boring, unsexy, consistent workouts. The person who trains at 80% intensity for 3 years will always beat the person who trains at 100% intensity for 3 months. Always. Before you go, I need to say something. If you're new, like less than 6 months in the gym, forget everything I said about failure. Just learn the movements, get your form right, build the habit. You have years ahead of you to worry about intensity. If you're over 45 and your joints already hurt, talk to a doctor. Not because I'm being careful, because I don't want you to get hurt. If you're an athlete who needs to perform every day, don't train to failure. Save your energy for your sport. There's no shame in any of this. The goal is to build muscle and still be able to pick up your kids in 10 years. Not to be a hero for 8 weeks and then disappear. All right, here's what I want you to do. Pick one thing from this video. Just one. Maybe it's stopping 1 rep early. Maybe it's eating more carbs. Maybe it's finally sleeping 8 hours. Try it for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. And then come back and tell me what happened. I'm serious. I read every comment.
It's the only way I know what to make next.
If this video helped you even a little, hit subscribe. We're doing real talk here. No hype, no fake intensity, just science and honesty.
I'll see you in the next one. And please, don't hurt yourself.